Once upon a time, two people standing at the edge of possibilities received innovation that led to the creation of WMBYY. I made that all up. Greetings and welcome to SmartWatchTix.com. But WMBYY is the company's name, and the innovation inside here is as amazing as the spelling of their name. I'm going to show this to you. We get a lot of watches here, and they are all pretty much basically the same. But this is sort of like looking at a tesseract. You know what a tesseract is, right? That's a three-dimensional representation of four-dimensional space. Well, what if you took a smartwatch and took it out of being a two-dimensional thing and made it a three-dimensional experience? I know you want to see it. Well, I do too. Let's see. We got to turn it around, upside down, and open the box to reveal what looks initially like a smartwatch until you turn it around and check it out like from the side, and check it out from the back, and check it out from your arm. It lovingly sits here at just, you're not going to believe this, just the perfect angle for you to see without cranking your wrist all the way around like this. You simply bring it up, and you're looking right at the screen where it always should have been to begin with. Yeah, it's the W11. And there's a lot to this to tell you about. It's an active fitness tracker with 24/7 heart rate, blood oxygen, blood pressure, sleep tracking, 24 sport modes. Look at that, 5 ATM water resistant. You can swim and play with this one to your heart's content. And the magic is in the 304 stainless steel body. This is not just a little wrapping around here, folks. This is like it's carved out of steel. This is a solid steel packaging that's holding the electronics of a smartwatch. It's a bit pricey, but it's solid stainless steel in this one. This is Amazon. I can get you 30% off of that, pretty much guaranteed, if you use a link in the show notes and apply the coupon that I'm going to have here for you. I'll get to the specs in a second, but first I want to turn it on. Little side button there. Only one button. Press and hold it for a second. Give it a moment to heat up. Come on, with its logo in both English and Chinese, and you're into a stock watch face. It's nice, it's bright, it's really, really well done. Look at that. On the buckle itself, it's got its own name. And you haven't seen this in any of these watches. Solid steel watch band. You lift this like this. You lift this like this. And you push just slightly, you can unhook it. And it's really, really easy to adjust this. We'll show you that in a minute. Very, very nice device. When you open the box further, you'll get into, of course, the little charging wire. Standard 2-pin, magnetically coupled. Yay, got it right this time. Now, it's a heavy watch. So even though it's a strong magnetic couple, you're not going to be able to hold this. Look at this. I mean, look at this. It's solid stainless steel right down to here, all around. If you unscrewed this and popped the little module out, the whole case is just well built. You're 26 degrees, I believe. Look at the bezeling all across this place. And you got their company name here. But guess what, guys? There's a whole surface. Advertisers, are you watching out there? Other watch companies? Companies that would like to give watches to their employees? Look at this. I am looking at the watch here, but who's looking at me from this side, and what are they seeing right there? There's an imaginary surface of possibilities for anybody here. I could see a company ordering a bunch of these and giving them out to their employees. Insurance companies, talking to clients, you name it. It's a nice surface here. But what's really spectacular, I'm sorry, I'm going to get to reviewing it, but you know, how often do we get something so unique? What's really incredible is this sharp angle here. This is so well designed. You got a point here and you got a surface here. And what they told me is that this can actually be used to break glass. Now, I don't encourage you to go out and do that, but if you're in a situation where you need to break glass, like, I don't know if it'll do window glass if you're stuck inside your car or not, but hey, it's on your wrist, it's against your bone, and if you need to, like, whack something, I'm sorry, I'm denting the box. You certainly could do that with a surface here or the corner, whatever. In fact, if you really needed to, my understanding is you could probably take this thing off and hook it together like this. I know, it's a different video we're doing today. Yeah? Grab it like this. And, I don't know. Maybe you could... I don't know. Anyway, let's go through the watch, okay? I'm getting distracted. Twist your wrist obviously is on this one. And if I have it on my wrist, I'm just going to punch the button for now. Drop it down. You got some controls in here. Do not disturb. Maybe it's because that's on. It's playing with me. I got brightness. And I got a bunch of control on the brightness. I can take it down nice and really, really dim or up super bright. Yeah. Run it about there for the review. A flashlight, so you're wearing this thing, it's at the right angle, and you can turn the flashlight on and off when you need to, directly from scrolling down here. There's a, where is my phone? And I have it turned off, not set up paired right now, but it would be ringing my phone if it were at the moment. Then you got this one, which is changing the layout of how you're going to see all of your apps. It went in from a list mode to a honeycomb kind, and there's 3 in a row, and then back again to the list. And then your overall settings. So we've got dials. Let's play with those. Now you notice, too, that we have a black border around this one, and then you have the silver highlight. We've been so used to wanting edge-to-edge screen, but I'm telling you, with this one in particular, it's really sweet to have a little bit of a border around it. I could press and hold the watch faces to get into them as well. Here's another digital one. There's an interesting analog one that I downloaded that integrates along with the design of the watch, and at this point I want to basically put it back on for you. By the way, so easy to adjust this. You see that little arrow right there? You're going to lift this little thing so you can get something, a tool underneath here, and just click that up. Or what I prefer to do is come in this way, just go underneath that and just leverage it down with a little screwdriver or something. Whatever it takes, you lift that up, you slide this along and line it up with one of the grooves, push it back down, close it, and you've got it made. There's some videos that we'll have linked in the show notes that you can take a look at that show you how to do that. That is all about watch band operation, and this is a common band, so I don't want to get into that. This little hook and lock is something unique. I really like that. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? I am jazzed by this one. I do get a lot of head turns when people look at this. It's like, what is that? Is the watch expanding? What's going on here? So we looked at that watch face, press and hold, come over here. And there's a analog one, and another one, and another digital one, another digital one, and then we're back over here again. So let's come and play with that one. You got moving gears against the stainless steel body. Yeah, sweet. Okay, we are continuing to move along with all of our apps. Oh, on the settings, we got into that from here. We played with the brightness, right? All of that, and we played with the dials. You can turn it off from here if you want to. You can long press the button and it'll do that too. And you got the about, which tells you, whoa, all personal data will be removed from factory setting. I didn't want to do that. There we go. Firmware version and basically what its number and information is. And that was reset, I guess it got to. And then your app, download the QR code, but use the link in the show notes to download the GloryFit app. That's what we're going to be using on this one. Okay, so simple stuff in the settings. We can go around now and take a look at what it'll do. Here's the overall step count. It's not showing you more than just basic steps, distance, and calories burned. You just close the circles. Come over here to blood heart rate. Wow, 154 over 51 or N51. I don't think it's been that high. I'm not sure what it was picking up. There you can see the diode. Wow, after I turn it for you. Anyway, the diode's going on there. It's giving us our basic heart rate. In that one, come over one more. We're looking at last night's sleep time. None of these cards go up to show you the details, but you can see that in the app. Over here is the temperature and forecast information. Oh, there we go. We can scroll on this one. Looks like rain coming. And we got to get back out of there. That gets us out. And then we're back to the opening. Come this way now, and we get into all of the different apps. We got training. This is your workout training. I got it on a fast timeout. Outdoor running, cycling. There's no GPS in this one, but it does all these different activities for you, about 20 of them, I think. Status, we looked at of your step count information. Heart rate, blood pressure, you can get here as well. That's not one of the cards we went around on, but it's definitely right there. And again, it's just right at the right angle. Look at where my hand is. I'm at about this angle to look at it. Now, if you normal watch, I have to turn it like this to look down on it, and it's kind of tweaking my elbow a bit to do that. So the angle this is presented at is really, really nice. I've been moving all over the place, so we're not going to trust the blood pressure reading right there. Blood oxygen, it's testing that, and it's using the red diode, red and infrared technology, which gives you more accurate results. So hopefully we'll get good numbers on the blood oxygen too. You got breath training. You can change the timing and the pacing of it. You've got, again, last night's sleep time and overall weather, a music player when you're connected, and it says we are. You can control the music on your phone. Messages, of course, anything pushed from the phone would be here. More takes you into an onboard stopwatch that's running. We want to test it, see if it'll run in the background. We can't get out of it that way. If we hit that, it stops it. If we stop it and we leave it and we come back into it, it holds it, but it won't run in the background completely. But if you're trying to time a workout and then you pause to get some water, you could go out and do some other stuff, come back in and start it up. Find your phone, countdown timers, the basic flashlight, we already saw that too. And then we're into settings, and we looked at all of those things already as well. So let me take you over to the app and play with that for a little bit. Oh, before we leave here, sorry, forgot. Under the lid, actually, is the hidden compartment with the user's guide. And it's in Chinese in the beginning part, and then you get up here to the English. You got a little warranty card, some thank you information on it, a description of how to work it, the different QR codes to scan depending on whether you're on Android in China or on Apple. Here are the different watch screens you saw, and of course there's more you can download from the app. And then we've seen these already, right? Heart rate, blood pressure, blood oxygen, weather, and stopwatch, and so forth. Okay, some common problems are listed. Security information is listed. It's good to see them putting that kind of stuff in there for your advice. Hopefully you can freeze frame that and read it at your leisure if you'd like to. These manuals are rarely available in PDF or on the web even, so we try to at least page through them here as part of our review, so you have a place to come anytime you need to look at a manual on any device that we've got. Now the app. GloryFit, been around for a long time. There's a GloryFit Pro, but we're looking at the basic GloryFit. That's the thumbnail we're looking for in the Google Play Store. You download it, you install it, and you set up an account, and you link your watch to it, and you open it up, and when you've done all that stuff, you're landing in this home page one of a few across the bottom, and it basically synchronizes and gives you your information. You got step count by hour throughout the day, distance traveled, and heat, meaning calories, and you can see automatically it started tracking these different walks that I was doing. And if I was running, I'd probably go into runs, and yeah, you got all of the different steps and everything going on there. Then beyond that, you've got heart rate. It's doing a 24-hour monitoring of your heart rate. You can tap into here and see all of the different readings at the different times. And when you actually tap on the above, you're going to see the readings expanded like this. And it'll show you what percentage of the time you're spending in the different states throughout the day. Your low, your high, your average are all portrayed here. And you can change the date to look at different dates as well. Our sleep record, there's the chart broken up into the different colors. Get inside of it, you learn a little bit more of what things are. The orange is awake time. It even catches you like when you roll over and take a sip of water and go back to bed. I mean, really fine detail on what it can capture. And it's showing you broken down into deep, light, and awake on this one. And a little bit about your sleep quality is portrayed here as well. Then you got blood pressure, and again, especially for blood pressure, use your own discretion on these numbers. Compare it to find out if it's valid with what you know your blood pressure should be. There's no continuous blood pressure. It'll show up when you take an actual measurement from the watch, and then, of course, record it in the app after you transfer it over. And beyond there is a continuous blood oxygen reading. You can see the levels just by tapping the chart or tap on it. You can go in, see them again if you want to. We don't have pinch and zoom to expand, but you can definitely see it and hover in on a different area. Shows you the range from low to high. The chart's from 88 to 100, which is, you don't go below 88 typically. And then the breakdown by the time that the measurements were actually taken. And again, by different dates as well. Blood oxygen, blood pressure, and heart rate, along with sleep record, and your step count make up the home. When you go to sport now, you're going to get a page where you can do running, walking, and those kinds of things, and it'll tie to the GPS in your phone and give you a track. So you have to take your phone with you, but you can kind of connect the two together and do your running activities and such directly from the second tab. Device tells you we are connected to the W11. Basic information. Have all these things turned on for monitoring. You can have call reminders and SMS. It's not a Bluetooth calling watch, mind you, but you can get notifications. The same thing from apps. You can do sedentary reminders, alarm clocks, twist your wrist, do not disturb. Your universal settings are like this. Your on-screen time, we can extend that now, which I should have done at the beginning because we always have it timing out on us and I had to activate it again. You can set the time to follow your system and the language as well, or have 24-hour switched right there. And we want to come back before we unbind. If you're going to change watches, I want to come back up to the watch faces. This is where you have the selection of all these different faces that you could put onto this particular watch. So if you see something that is really attractive and appealing to you, let's say that one, for example, I can hit to synchronize the dial, and it'll download that to the watch. You'll see the process happening. This is the stock watch face it's doing right there. It'll take a little while, so I'll be back when it's done. Here we go, getting close, and after synchronizing and finishing, it's there. Now you got that blend of silver and gold and different colors, and it shows you 97% power and step count. I just love it. Really, really nice. So all of these you can have access to, and they will show up after you download them from the server in My Dial. So anytime you want to switch between them, it just takes a few moments to synchronize it over, and it'll replace whichever other one that you were using on there. And then finally, the Me tab. This is where you set your overall units, depending on where you live in the world and what you work with. You can establish an overall training plan with goals on this one. Physiological cycle for the ladies, you set that up and you know where you are and everything. And then third-party access, you can tie into Google Fit, actually, or the WeChat Sports, as far as third-party apps, your permissions and settings and so forth. So that's pretty much it for the app. So I want to finish up with a summary and go over the specs with you. This is a revolutionary design, they're saying. It's a game-changing smartwatch with a stainless steel CNC body, mirror polished surface, and distinctive C-angle highlights. Effortless screen rotation. It rotates at a 21.6 degree view, so you can turn your wrist 21 degrees less, and it makes it much easier to see. Now, one thing they were talking about, and try this on your own. If you're walking or running, your hands are kind of beside you. If you wanted to check your watch, you have to turn it. You have to wait for it to light up. And if this is a traditional watch, I have to turn it about this far because I'm looking right down on it. Two things that are built into this one, so innovative. First of all, when you start working out, it goes into an always-on mode, and it stays that way. And that way you can look down and glance and see what time it is, or what your heart rate is, or whatever you have it set for on the screen. You don't have to worry about it being black. Very innovative. Secondly, look at that angle. It's really easy when you're walking to just imagine it's on right now, you just tilt it just a little bit, and you'd be able to look at it without having to make much effort or bring it up and touch a button, for goodness sake. So very innovative stuff there. Functional triangular form. It's the only unique triangular design which exudes the style, but also serves as glass breaking tool in emergencies and a self-defense accessory, they say. And you got a superior display and power. It's a 1.55-inch HD screen. Light resolution on this one, 320 by 360, but it is a rather small screen. It rivals top brands, it says. It's got a robust 300 milliamp hour battery for extended use. The complete specs are right here. There you go. You got a 2-year manufacturing warranty on it, and it's known as the W11. Overall, I am blown away. I just, I've been 9 years almost on this channel, and I haven't seen anything like this come out. When they first talked to me about it, I thought, oh my gosh, this is a gimmick. I was lukewarm interested. I thought, well, you guys might want something for variety, so we'll throw it in for fun. It's no joke. It's the real deal. I like this one. I'm going to be wearing this quite a bit. It definitely gets attention. It's a mirror reflective finish on it. And any of you guys in business can recognize a surface like that as an opportunity for promoting brand awareness. So I would highly suggest you follow the leads through Amazon to contact the manufacturer if you're interested in quantity purchase of this, and see what they can do to make that whatever you would like it to be. That's it for today. I'm going to go break some glass or do something, I guess. Easy to use band, stainless steel. I love it. Yeah, this is the W11. Thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you again soon.